We back. We back at the top of the game. And yet, I don't hear talking about how we back at the top of the game. Like, when this going on, you hear Rat Atlanta, you hear this about, people's sexual preferences, you hear this about style, you hear this, you hear that. You hear so much talking. And Atlanta falling off, and Atlanta not at the top of the hip hop. But then you go to the club and you like take them through there, bounce that ass like a friend do. You asking her did she eat? You still on that Future. You still on the Wham. You just ran to Atlanta with Drake. Like, what's going on to where people on a national level just don't want to give Atlanta our respect? It's cool because it's been happening since before I was born. Outkast, see, like, it's been going on. But I want to understand why does hip hop media continue to down Atlanta when Atlanta does nothing but produce stars. Atlanta does nothing but produce some of the greatest executives that hip hop, early music, that music period has ever seen. Atlanta has always been and will always be the heartbeat and the pulse of the culture down the South. You understand? Like, if not the heartbeat, then brain. You understand? Like, I know what Atlanta does, and the world know what Atlanta does. And I will never, ever, ever let people forget this shit. You understand? Because, again, when it's our time to clown, everybody clowning, everybody laughing, it's fun, it's kiki, it's ha-ha. But when it's time to celebrate YK Niece, when it's time to celebrate Pluto, when it's time to celebrate Fat Schmack, when it's time to celebrate Huncho, Future, Lil Baby, when it's time to celebrate these people, like, the way y'all treated the Migos, disrespectful. This is one of the greatest hip-hop groups to ever exist. The things that them boys did when they had their run, and unfortunately, things got in between, and that ended how it did. But, dude, Atlanta does this shit, and y'all can never forget that. These other cities, these other townships, y'all have so many things that y'all can take from Atlanta and grow in y'all cities. And people have done it. Them boys in Texas, they do it. You know what I'm saying? Them boys in Tennessee, they do it. You dig? Like, them boys in Mississippi, they doing it. Them boys in Alabama doing it right now. So we know how influential Atlanta was, and will forever be. You understand? So how about we stop discrediting people who set it up for us? And how about we start learning from them? Take what we can learn, bring it back to our cities, bring it back to our neighborhoods, and keep growing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tennessee, Memphis. Why aren't we talking about all the positive shit that's going on in Memphis? All the artists that's coming out of Tennessee, period, make millions of dollars. Why we not talking about all the artists coming out of Mississippi? We got artists coming out of Arkansas. We got artists getting signed everywhere. Texas, for the last 30 years, you've been able to go to Texas and become a millionaire off of music. Why ain't we talking about that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand, and I really blame the media. I blame hip hop media, period. Like, media, it is your job to highlight what's going on in your city. It's your job to highlight what's going on in your city. Down in Houston, if you see Sauce Walker getting national attention for a record, no matter what's going on, every hip hop media, every media outlet should be sharing it. Should be letting people know what's going on, even if they have a subjective, objective opinion on it. They should be letting people know what's going on. Like, highlighting and continuing to point at what used to be, that's not the way. Like, I get it. There's a golden standard, and people want things to be this way. And every time I'm watching hip hop media and I'm watching urban media, and I'm seeing these acts, and they going on these channels, and they talking down on the new artists, they talking down on the new generation, they talking down on new technologies, and it's like confusing because nobody ever talked down on y'all when y'all was doing y'all thing. Like, people supported y'all. The reason that y'all on the levels that y'all is right now is because of the youth that y'all discrediting. Their parent, like, it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not embracing the youth, if you're not promoting the youth, you are literally pushing the culture to an end, because eventually all these people at the top, they gotta go. So there gotta be a shift. There has to be a change of order. There has to be new innovation in culture. If I come to a city like Houston, right, there's no reason I should turn on the radio and I shouldn't hear artists from Texas primarily. I should hear Houston sound, Texas sound primarily. Artists that's doing numbers, streaming in the streets, they can request it. They doing shows. They aren't highlighting them because they're still highlighting things that happened 30 years ago, 20 years ago. And that's understandable. But again, understand that you are only setting it up to where now this culture dies. If you don't have people taking the lead and you're still out here talking about a record that didn't even chart 20 years ago, and now y'all just not shooting the video, or like, bro, we gotta really get to a point to where we understand what we're dealing with. Like, these people are still being controlled. These people are still in deals. These people are still trying to really relive their youth, because a lot of these people got robbed of their youth. They feel like they didn't have their shot then. Now they want to have their shot now with the technology. So now what we have to do as media, what we have to do as platform owners, we gotta take control. We gotta highlight who we feel like are the next artists up. We gotta continue to let people know, hey, nah, this is what you should be listening to. This is what you should be checking out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love checking out new artists. I love hearing new music. I love going to live shows and checking some out in person. I'm at South by Southwest. I'm in shows where it's 10 people rocking out with the artists. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's crazy because these kids are some of the hottest kids in this region, but it's only 10, 15 people coming to support them. It's ridiculous. But y'all to come see somebody that's been doing this for 20, 30, it's crazy. And like, continue to support them, but support the youth. That's what this message is about. Support the youth, push the culture forward. And if you're not pushing the culture forward, if you're not supporting the youth, then you're in the way. Straight up, you need to move out the way. Like, all of the hip hop media that's y'all trying to charge these, like, bro, make your money, get your advertising dollars, get your promotion dollars. Don't forget to curate. Don't forget to push the culture forward. If not for us, this culture dies and it's over with. Don't let the culture die.